And joining us tonight is Matt Schlapp, chairman of the American Conservative Union. Matt, Diamond and Silk, I hear were just amazing as they were wrapping up the day, what was it, last night. Good to see you, and you're putting on quite a show down there at CPAC.
Diamond and Silk, let me tell you, Lou, these people were on their feet every couple of minutes. They were so far, probably one of the most popular speakers we had at CPAC. And by the way, they are charming women and smart as heck.
I had never noticed that. You know, they're sitting right here.
I bet you had.
I had never noticed that. No, they're wonderful, wonderful people. So tell us where you are. They're going after socialists? I mean, the success in Venezuela, is that threatening the Republican Party? Is that what's going on here?
Well, let me tell you, Larry Kudlow kind of served it up with an indictment and a conviction of socialism. And then the vice president showed up today, and he just gave a blockbuster about what America stands for and how the mass media gets this wrong a lot, Lou. They think we've lost all the kids. All the kids have turned into, Bernie lovers. And the fact is, and Diamond and Silk saw this, half of this crowd that's here in the largest political conference of the year, they're college and high school kids.
That's wonderful, and I'm not too worried about Bernie Sanders, sort of taking over the Democratic Party, because they've still got much the same apparatus. So that means somebody will be stealing delegates from him once again, just like they did in 2016. I don't see how the fella goes around. He was asked if he wanted to take some advice from Hillary Clinton. He said, "No, I respect her," he said, "but we've got differences." How can the man respect her? She stole from him with both hands, for crying out loud, at the DNC, and the Democratic Party went right along with it.
That's right. And, we still see the evidence that the Clintons are pulling the strings, as we saw in the House of Representatives the other day, where the Clintons' lawyer basically scripted a ridiculous faux hearing with Michael Cohen. So I think we still see the Clinton fingerprints everywhere. And if I were Bernie Sanders, I'd be spitting nails. I wouldn't be giving compliments.
Was there outrage there today? I'm just curious, because the Koch brothers going after the president, they think that they just don't think too much of this president, despite everything. He's a historic president already in 2 years. And the populism of this country is the reason he is in the White House, representing all Americans. And they're going after the president because all that he has done to create jobs, to bring back manufacturing jobs, to reignite this economy, over 3% growth, which they said he couldn't do. What in the world is wrong with the Republican establishment and these globalist elites? How dare they? Is there a lot of reaction there to that? Is there passion about it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, if they're here, they're in sparse numbers. Look, we've never been so united as a movement behind the Trump agenda, behind a Republican president's agenda. I mean, all polls show that. But when you walk around CPAC, these conservatives, libertarians, small government folks, some people don't consider themselves Republicans who are here. This coalition we've pulled together, they are so happy, Lou, because what they've been told could happen for 50 years is finally starting to happen, and they're overjoyed about it.
Yeah, I would only quibble with you about one thing. You said starting to happen. It started to happen on January 20th of 2017.
Right.
And what a list of achievements this president has put together. So what's up next at CPAC? Who's moving front and center on that stage?
Okay, so behind me, they're setting for our annual Reagan dinner. And, of course, Reagan spoke at CPAC 13 times every year he was president. And tonight, Brian Kilmeade is going to give us a keynote address.
Who?
And Brian who? Some guy who gets up early in the morning. And,
wonderful.
And I'm going to interview the very jet-lagged and sleep-deprived Mick Mulvaney. So I'm going to have him where I want him, Lou.
Well, and I'm thinking about another speaker that you've got coming up.
Yeah. I did get to talk to the president today, and he said he wouldn't dream of coming up with any excuse to skip CPAC. He is chomping at the bit to get into this hotel and to tell people what they need to hear, and we're going to love every minute of it.
All right. Well, and that's tomorrow what time?
11:30. 11:30 Eastern time.
Gotcha. All right. Matt, as always, great to have you with us, and good luck with another blockbuster CPAC. Appreciate it.
Say goodbye to Diamond and Silk.
No, you say goodbye. They're sitting right here.
Bye-bye, Matt.
Bye-bye, Matt. We love you.
Thanks for being at CPAC. You were a smash.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.